It's honestly one of my biggest struggles. It can be some things that I'm quite insecure about when it comes to my parenting, because ever since I was young, I always knew I wanted children. Regardless of what career I was doing, I've always wanted to have kids. That's something I've always wanted. I have two. I would like more. Okay. So I've always been interested in, yeah, I have to have children. And I love kids. I even work with kids. So kids was always part of my plan. But I also know that with me, I have multiple different interests and hobbies and talents. And with me, I like to stay like very busy on my feet. I like, oh, I want to do this. I want to do this. I want to keep this going. Because, I make music, but I'm also a teacher. I dance. I'm on podcasts. I still do all these things. So it's like with me, like, I never thought kids would be something that I'm like, oh, that's gonna you have to say goodbye to your dreams because of them. I never ever once thought that in my mind. I always knew. And even growing up with my parents, my mom, she's amazing. My daddy's amazing. My mom was still working, so even when she had us, she was still working. My parents, two parent household, but they both had their own income. So that's all I knew. I'm like, okay, they love us. We feel loved by them. They're able to take care of us. But they still want to chase the bag, and that's fine. And with me, I feel like that's just the same as me. It's like, I love being a mother, but I also like to work. I like to, so I never thought that kids would slow that down. It does get hard though, because there are times where I'm like, oh, I want to spend more time with them. I want to be, and the little cute things that they do, their little milestones. And sometimes I feel really guilty when I see some of my kids, like they've learned a new skill and I didn't even realize it until much later. I'm like, oh, I didn't know they could do that. So yeah, when I catch up with parents' evening and things like that, I'm like, oh my God, I feel like I've missed out on so much, But then any time that I do have with them, I shower them with all the love in the world. But with me, regardless of what I'm chasing in life, I always wanted children. I still want more kids. So yeah.